From the mountains to the sea and everything in between, Maui Alert News, Maui's first source for live video news. Maui Alert News Live begins right now. Aloha everyone, and thank you for joining us in the Maui Alert News Center. If you're not familiar with rat lungworm disease, the disease pictured behind me, you need to be. It is a horrible disease that causes parasites to chew their way through the human body and in some cases drill into the human brain. Survivors tell us that there just cannot be enough public education about this, and one of those survivors here locally in Wailuku tells Maui Alert tonight about the ordeal that he suffered and why just today he filed a lawsuit accusing a Hana nonprofit of sending him tainted produce.
That I had lunch, had a garden salad and some rice. And then about an hour and a half, I felt badly in my stomach.
That was the day Scott Hessler says he got rat lungworm disease.
It was all throughout your whole body. It's what's really happened here is I've gotten into these parasites and they're now coursing through my blood.
Tiny parasites like these cause the disease when snails and slugs leave them behind as they crawl over produce. Scott says the microscopic creatures caused him massive pain.
The pain is excruciating. It starts in the neck and you feel like you have a stiff neck. The sun was bothering me as it hit my skin and the warmth or the hair. I remember driving to the doctor's and your hair would be blowing. I'd have to roll the windows up because the motion in the hair down through the follicle, it gets to the nerves.
After 6 weeks, the pain started to get better, but Scott says he struggles to walk.
Yeah, this is where I have problems getting into the car.
And to remember, he lost his job not long after he got out of the hospital.
It changed my life a lot.
That's why Scott is now suing. He just filed this complaint here at the Maui County Courthouse against the company he claims is responsible. The suit accuses the nonprofit corporation and Hana-based farm called Hana Fresh of delivering tainted food to the restaurant where Scott worked. It says Scott, quote, ate a mixed salad in the lunchroom at the restaurant, and, quote, it's believed that this produce came from Hana Fresh.
It was either inspected improperly or there was not a warning affixed.
Johnny Brown is Scott's lawyer.
They've got to stop the problem at the source, or you've got to warn people that there's a danger, and they did neither one of those.
Hana Fresh denies that. Its executive director told Maui Alert that she was unable to say much because of the lawsuit, but she did say, quote, generally speaking, we had a slug and snail abatement program for 12 years now. She said that makes it very unlikely Hana Fresh delivered tainted produce.
I feel frustrated that no one has taken responsibility for any of this that I've had.
There are things you can do to protect yourself. Scott says that when he was eating that salad, he says in his lawsuit that he might have tasted a slug and just continued to eat. So think about safety as you're eating produce. One of the things to do is to wash your produce thoroughly. That is one of the best defenses, so say the experts, to eliminate the slugs, snails, and the slime that can also cause problems. You should cook the produce if you want to make sure that you've eradicated any of those problems up to for a minimum of 165 degrees. And or freeze your produce for at least 48 hours to help kill the bugs. And don't drink out of garden hoses, the experts say. That's where slugs like to hang out, so that can cause problems too. And local growers remind everybody that if you take those precautions, it's still safe to buy locally, so keep that in mind. Just play it safe. That's all anybody's talking about here. Let's take a look at the weather, because we had concerns about how safe the weather was over the weekend, and you can see that's the latest radar from the National Weather Service, and basically what they're telling us is that a high surf warning is still in effect, actually a high surf advisory, to use the parlance of the National Weather Service, in effect until the 14th for waves as high as 12 to 18 feet, according to the Weather Service, so could still get pretty high, up to 22 feet in certain areas, particularly those north-facing shores. So pay attention to that. A little bit of rain left in the forecast for the Kahului, Wailuku, and central areas. So that is on its way. All in all, probably just more of the same as we've seen the last week or so. So no huge winds, though. That we can be thankful for. And if you haven't taken in the sights at Haleakala, make sure and go see those snow-capped peaks. You can't go there, though. The National Forest Service has closed the park, so you can't actually go and see the snow. You have to see it from a distance. That's it for now, everybody. Remember us for your live breaking news and local coverage here as Maui's news leader. We are Maui Alert, always on and always on MauiAlert.com. Aloha, everyone.